Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing r/entitled parents. I'm going to be reading 2 stories, so yeah, let's get into it. Subscribe down below, so close to 100. So, I am never dog sitting again. So this story happened when I was 15 years old. I've gotten my babysitting license like 4 years prior, and after it expired, I got my CPR certification because I couldn't find another class. Finding work was difficult, but eventually a couple posted on our neighborhood feed that they needed a dog sitter for a week. I immediately jumped to the offer, and my mom came over with me to meet the dog and discuss payments. I go over, and the dog is nice. Got a bionic tail, though. And so is the couple. Normally, I allow the people to set a rate, and then I decide if it's reasonable. Another reason why my mom was there. And we settle on a rate of $10 per visit, which would include walking to their house 10 minutes average, taking doggo for a walk, feeding doggo, and walking again, and the walk home 2 times per day. I figured it was good, and we agreed. Important to note that they have an adult son who's not supposed to be at home at all while I'm at the house. So, I'm doing my dog walking and everything is good. I have contact with the owners a couple times because I forgot to mention that their dog won't come out of the guest bathroom if there's a hint of rain. So that was a disaster, which included 2 hours of a wasted afternoon. Plus, my first day, there's a loaded gun chilling on the kitchen counter. I told my mom, who called the owners. They apologized, but sheesh. One day, the same week, I go over and the doggo is upstairs. This has happened before, as he likes to chill in the son's room, but usually he comes out when I open the door or call him, but not this time. I try to avoid getting into the son's room, but the doggo won't come out and needs to be locked. So I start to enter the room and I see a bare shin foot sticking out at the end of the bed. I freeze, to be fair. I kept my head a bit and tried to coax doggo out, thinking maybe I could just get it out ASAP, but to no avail. I just left and texted the owners, and they had the audacity to be upset that I wasn't okay with their adult son being home without either me or my mom's knowledge. Thankfully, I only had one more visit after that, and it went smoothly, and I got paid my full amount. More, actually. I was supposed to get 60, but they paid me 100. Good for you. The dog sat them again a couple months later. The gun left out again. Yo, just put it somewhere where they won't find it, at least, what are they thinking? Honestly. I sigh and move on. Then stuff gets real. I get to the house and open the door, and there's music playing loudly in the house. I'd been there the day before and had not touched anything in the house. I noped out of there and shook my head. Maybe I was dreaming. I could go back and the music had stopped. That's not normal. I leave. Found out later that the son's girlfriend was there playing with the dog. My mom wasn't pleased. Then I go to collect my pay, and these people docked me $20. I was supposed to get $110, the whole deal. I ended up with $90, and my mom scolded me for leaving the garage door open. I did not, for the record. I didn't say anything. I told my mom I'm no longer allowed to sit for them again. Okay. That's just, you should at least inform someone that you're doing something before you do something. When they're at, what? And just leaving guns on tables, oh yeah, nothing to be suspicious about or nothing. Okay, that's just messed up. Okay, let's go on to the next story. Okay, so we are at the next story. A Karen got mad at me and my dad for trying to help her son. I'm Polish, and it took time, roughly around 2007 or 2008. I was in a local McDonald's in a city, I'm guessing, waiting for my order. And it comes, the EP, the entitled parent, a 30-something woman, obese, with a permanent look of passive aggression on her face, with 2 kids. One I think was 6 or 7, the entitled kid. The other was a teenager. She was clearly not used to ordering stuff at fast food places, because she said, which I can only translate into English as, I want a sandwich McDonald's. The man behind the counter asked which one, and she repeated the unbearable annoyance that she wants a sandwich McDonald. Like, at least say, like, the meat, like, chicken sandwich or, like, meat sandwich, I don't know, like, burger sandwich. The teenager asked for a hamburger, and it was clear he was fed up with his mom. And then the entitled kid started crying. So I came up to them and said to the entitled kid that I can order something for him if he doesn't understand how to do it. And then it happened. The entitled parent grabbed my shirt, pulled me up, and with an enraged face, said that her kid was not going to eat anything because he's fat. The kid seemed average weight, to be honest. Yo. Okay. So I get not, like, your kid's a bit chunky and you don't want them to eat, but then you shouldn't order fast food in front of them. And then when they're average weight, like, some people, like, just be thankful for what your parents, because, bro, these people, like, annoy me so much. And then called me a pedophile. It would be understandable if I was a teen or an adult, but I was a kid too back then. She then grabbed her 2 kids and waddled out, barely getting through the door. I got sad. As a kid, I really hated being screamed at by people, and it always made me cry. So I went back outside to my dad, crying. He was talking to my mom through the phone, and I got really worried when he saw me crying. And then comes the entitled parent. Now she's waddling towards us, mad, screaming, "You there!" at my dad. She called him the no word, and was bumbling something at me, bothering her kid, and even threatened him with a lawsuit. Looking back on it, it must have looked comical to the onlookers because she was smaller than my dad. He's a very tall guy, and 6 times as wide as him. And because of her size, and the fact she was getting redder and redder with anger, it looked like she was literally going to explode. Sorry about that. And then just update came up. But like, okay, I get maybe not wanting someone to talk to your kids, but then like, oh, I'm gonna file a lawsuit on you for offering my son some food. What, really? Honestly. Finally, my dad got fed up. Did this kind of fake movement towards her. She almost fell on her butt and started waddling towards her car, screaming she'll sue both, even if she was squeezing inside. And he only told her to go away, or else he'd call the police. She was so loud, one guy came over and asked if she's bothering us. My dad just said nah, and left it off. God, I love my dad. He's so awesome. So you see, this basically shows 2 types of parents. The good and the bad. On the one hand, there's the parents that, like, understand their kids. And on the other hand, there's the ones that are, like, Karens. So, yeah. Good story. I think I'm going to read one more small story. Okay, so on to the last story. Entitled parent asked me to pause live game. I was playing Apex in Microsoft Store when 2 hostiles approached from behind. I want to play, Mom. Can my son have a turn? What? I take my headphones off. You heard me. Can my son have a turn? Yes. Give me 1 second. I just started one. You're about to leave. Can he play real quick? The games are long, ma'am. Let's just go then. No, Mom, I want to have a turn. Sir, please. We are on a time frame. Just pause yours. I, fuming with wrath, buried the controller in the little boy's eye socket before stomping out of the door. Just kidding. I said no, and then the mom dragged him out crying. Serve that spoiled brat right. I don't know if that's really an entitled mom, more of a just annoying mom. But yeah, when, like, yeah, pause that live game. Like, yeah, what can they do? Like, really? Okay. Okay, guys, so that'll be the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, really. And, like, just be thankful for your parents. Because, like, honestly, if they were like this, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. If you want to read more of these stories, just go to r/entitledparents. And yeah, see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.